Okay. Yeah, first off, yeah, thank you very, very much for having me. I've been fortunate enough to work with teachers over the last few years with being involved with the Global Alumni Organization, and I have the utmost respect for you all. I love what you guys are doing, and uh, yeah, please keep up the good work, and if there's anything that we can do from a global alumni point of view, please let me know. My contact information at the end. So yeah, thank you very much for taking the time out of your old busy schedule, and hopefully I can share a few things that are, relatively insightful from a career standpoint of you. So I'm Matt from Louisville, Kentucky. I'm a global alumni for the North American region. Um, and as a graduate of the Globe program who is willing to volunteer their time to contribute to the success and sustainability of Globe, and that's just something that we are, that I do on a volunteer basis. So, can everyone still hear me and see me? No? Quieter? It's still further. Okay. Again. Yeah, for whatever reason, my webcam is kind of cutting in and out. For whatever reason. Reason my webcam is freezing up on me every time. One more time. All right, sounds good. All right. So, anyways, sorry about that. Gotta love technology, as Tammy said. I'm glad I put these slides up, and I apologize in advance. I thought for initially that I was going to be presenting amongst children, so I tried to and kids, so I tried to keep it relatively simple and with a few other random points about me and what I've been doing. So. Anyways, I'm 27 years old. As I said, I live in Louisville, Kentucky. My current occupation is a sound is not good anymore. Can you hear me now, Rhonda? Yes? Barely? Okay. I'll try to speak very, very closely to this. Okay, so I currently work as an international sales manager for a Phoenix process equipment company, which is an equipment manufacturer. I'll get more to that later. Globe School, I was a student at St. Francis of Assisi High School, graduating in 1999. And from there, I went to high school at DuPont Manual Magnet High School in Louisville, Kentucky. And then from there, I went to James Madison University, graduating in 2007, and majored in integrated science and technology, which is an applied science degree with a triple concentration in environment, energy, instrumentation, and measurement. Um, Randomly, some sports that I like to play: soccer, tennis. I played a little bit of rugby in college. Hobbies are skiing, fly fishing, hiking, photography, music. Current reading Song of Fire and Ice. And then it's some music I've been listening to. The last movie I was able to watch in theaters were the Hunger Games. And randomly, this is a random fact. I once ate a dozen Krispy Kreme donuts in one sitting, which was not was probably kept me from ever eating Krispy Kreme donuts again. So, anyways, kind of getting into more about my progression into my career, into what I'm doing now. 1980s, as I was a kid, I pretty much spent as much time as possible outside, building forts, getting dirty, pretty much standard kid stuff. And I'd always had an attachment, I think, to the environment and to science. At my elementary school, I began to participate in science fairs, and my first experiment was an ice melting experiment. And then from that point on, I did a lot of science fair experiments involving water quality testing and analysis. And within that time frame, I also was introduced to Globe at St. Francis of Assisi, and I think this is where I really started to develop an interest in science and technology. And for whatever reason, I've always been interested in water, and as you'll see, as I've progressed, I seem to always go. I always seem to go towards water as an interest in what I do. So in the 2000s, I was in high school, but I still stayed involved with Globe, even though my high school was not a Globe school. I still tried to help out with events and mentoring students and anything that I could. And then from that point on, I went and studied applied sciences at James Madison University, and also linked up with a teacher who was trying to incorporate Globe into their teacher curriculum. So yeah, go Dukes. All right, Jessica, nice. Yeah, so it was just, it seemed natural for me to go towards this science and technology, and it's something that I always had a passion about. But I really fundamentally think that it started with Globe and the protocols that I was able to be introduced to at such a young age, and just the inquiry-based learning that came out of that. I also had, as a thesis, I had decided to design and build a water extraction or water pump and irrigation system for a village in Kenya, and actually had received some EPA funding to implement that shortly after graduating. So that was really, really exciting to do as a recent college graduate. Oh, sorry, can you hear me now? Probably better. Okay. Sorry, my microphone started to drift away from me. So in 2007, graduated JMU and became a process engineer for Phoenix Process Equipment Company. And in the 2010s, I've continued as a process engineer, and then have eventually transitioned into international sales, which I'll get to shortly. So here's just a few photos of basically most of my collegiate career, and early on the top left of me just going through a science fair competition and evaluating some student science fair projects. And down below is some of the design work and installation work for the irrigation system that we installed in Kenya. So moving on specifically to, hopefully it'll keep moving. Okay, so currently what I'm doing now, I work for Phoenix Process Equipment Company, as I mentioned, and we are leaders in liquid solid separation and residual dewatering technologies. So basically we try to separate liquid from solid and dispose of it in a meaningful way. So essentially a filtration system, and we do this in a lot of different markets, from mining to municipal to wastewater treatment to industrial processes. And just to guys, I looked this up on Wikipedia today because the process engineer is a pretty broad term and sometimes difficult to, I guess, understand exactly what it is. But this Wikipedia definition did a pretty good job of describing that. And as you can see below, I did everything from laboratory analysis to technical reporting, process field evaluation, system design, mass balances, CAD, flowsheet development, programming, and then somehow ended up into a international sales manager position where I've been doing a lot of sales work for our company, developing the export markets, which mainly are in Australia, India, Russia, and South Africa. So let's see, and at the very bottom, I've still been involved with Globe and the Globe alumni, and I, um, I can't tell you or emphasize enough how much Globe means and how much you guys mean to me and everything that you guys have been doing. So thank you again. Here's just a few examples. My company has provided some pretty interesting opportunities from designing full-scale systems. Here's a flow sheet design of that, as well as going to do commissioning startups all around the world. The one on the top left was in Algeria. That's me. I got covered in a bunch of, I don't know what it was. I think that may have been full. I got really dirty that day. And then as well as some installations with some automation design and controls. And yeah, so let's see. I think that's about it. I kind of wanted to leave it open for questions. Hopefully there's still time. Sorry you guys couldn't see me and there were some technical difficulties. And hopefully it wasn't too boring. And please feel free to email me at any time if you have any questions or if there's anything that the alumni can do. I would be more than happy to try to get you in touch with somebody in your area, or or I can help. It doesn't matter. We love to get involved and help out wherever we can. So really sorry for that little alumni plug, but hopefully that made some sense, and you guys were able to take something away from that. Marcy, I would say within the U.S. there's probably 40 alumni that I know of. I mean, obviously there's thousands, or there should be thousands at this point, but there's 40 that I know who have expressed interest, and then there's probably 10 to 15 who I know are active and definitely willing. But the thing is, it's difficult to balance work with volunteering, so it's difficult for some and easier for others. It just depends. So, let's see if I can get this website. Any other questions?
That was great, thank you. And Matt, some of the I wanted Matt to come to visit Global Alumni, so to talk about his Globe experiences. And
what's that?
I wanted just
you
to come to talk about your Globe experiences as well as
yeah. I can't emphasize enough how I think influential Globe was in my career path, and just the way that it's evolved over time. It's I think I just look back on my days of doing some of the water protocols, and we were able to go out every Friday afternoon to a stream and do flows and macroinvertebrate studies, and it was excellent. I can't emphasize enough, and I still enjoy getting involved with it when I can. So it's great. So yeah, please. I mean, you guys are an inspiration to me for sure, and all that you guys do, because I know this is difficult to incorporate into your lesson plans, and you have to put in a lot of extra work, and it definitely means a lot, and it goes a long way. So thank you.
Okay, so let's get the Florida teachers on here now. Again, Matt, thank you. We appreciate you coming tonight.
All right, thank you very much, Julia. Hopefully I did all right, and sorry for the technical difficulties.
They happen. It's okay. Thanks. Okay,